starting a little different with this one. With the hot. I like it on because it's bright in here and we're still going from yesterday, baby. So got one more stop. We did the donut shop is fine. And we have both of these are the two new ones. Pink Starburst and Melon Dew. Both of them are sativas. These are those paper straws with chips or sauce. Because after you drink out of them for so long, then they get moist, and then like the consistency of it is different, and it just feels saucy in the mouth. I'm not a fan. Pumpkin spice. When I read the sign on, I felt stupid for reading it, and I was like, well, shit, half the shit you do is stupid anyway, so what difference does it make? I'm gonna be a little more on the dummy beer side with that. Big deal. I lost my train of thought. What a surprise, right? I didn't really lose my train of thought. It's like I actually got hit with a train of thoughts. Take a second to take that in. A lot of the shit may sound like esoteric or whatnot. So like when it's not the point. Like, it may sound far out there and like unbelievable, because I felt the same way too when I started learning about all of this. It was like, that's bullshit. That was my initial reaction to everything that I've been saying. Like, as far as, and it was just so ignorant. It was so ignorant that I was arguing science. You can't argue science. Like, that shit's like, there's theories and shit that's proven into that, whatever. I really thought I was smarter than science. Like, you hear how fucking stupid that sounds? You hear how fucking stupid that sounds? Nobody is smarter than science. Everything that exists in this world. And it will continue to do so with or without you. Okay. But if you're gonna leave a footprint in the sand, dip your toes all the way in that motherfucker, wiggle them shits around. You feel me? Don't just touch the water. So you don't just like tap that one. Make sure, because I kind of felt stupid for that. I walked all the way to the other side, like, well, maybe there's one on this side too. I should see it, but there's not, which is fine. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna be talking about a lot in this video, just because there's just kind of a lot of shit going on, and a lot in my brain, just kind of all over the place. I'm mentally preparing myself for my first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training class. And I still have what is today? I still have a couple days to figure it out. I don't know what I was talking about. It feels weird being like when you stop paying attention to like the numbers on the clock, and like being a slave to the numbers on the clock. Oh my god, I have to be here by this time, by this number on this time. If this number says this, if it says this number, and I'm not here in this place, I'm gonna be freaking out and stressed out. I'm like and I lived like that for like 10 fucking years of my life or so. I lived like in this like box, just big fucking box of fear. As like all these thoughts I had, and like anytime I thought I wanted to think something would happen. They would just bounce around in this chasm, this empty chasm. And if I don't make sense to you and like I trail off, then I apologize. If it's difficult for you, imagine how it is for me. It's frustrating for me too, like more than just trying to get through the motions, you know what I mean? I'm like trying to actually talk about shit and think about shit, and then it's like, then my brain's like, bitch slap. No, cuh, you ain't finna talk about nothing on 55th Street. Cuh, bitch slap. That's it. Okay. Sometimes that's the way it goes, but you know what? Everything gonna see alright. Life's gonna be, I'm getting the numbers down to the perfect increments. Shit's jam and jelly, baby. There's like nothing either way. It's like the red zone for scooters. That's weird as fuck. I don't understand that. Anyway, it's Thursday the 31st. I know I said this already in another video that I already posted today, but I will never say this enough. Drink some fucking water. As I'm like sipping on the Pepsi, I'm telling you people to drink some water. But see, the thing is there's got to be that balance. Duh. This is the only soda I've had in a few hours. Actually, since like 1 o'clock in the morning. a milk aid, the juice, and then the water. So, I don't know. It's not. Yeah, so something that I've been noticing a long time ago, but just this sense of entitlement is some people. It's not, I say some, it's a lot of people, a lot of places I go, and almost everywhere I go, it seems like has this just sense of like entitlement and shit. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck what you do or who you do. Just leave me the fuck alone and don't push your shit on me and try to make me like believe and be like I got love for everybody that deserves it. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then think about it for a second. And I'm say it again. I've got a lot of love for the people that deserve it. Okay. And that's also a heavy hand that moves the other direction, because not so much anymore. I've kind of cleared a lot of that shit out of my soul, but for a while, I mean, that heavy hand of hatred was just there, always. And I don't know. So it's something I'm thankful for, and a couple things actually right now. But I'm sitting in the cool, like in the air conditioner, on the quiet side of the restaurant. Literally, when I walk down, I'm like, fuck, dude, it's so many people in here, and it's loud. People are like, I'm not gonna be able to do a video because everybody's like screaming and hollering at each other. Not really, obviously, but it sounds like it when 100, 50, 60, whatever. I didn't count them, but whatever it is, how many other people are talking at the same volume of them. That, like, I don't know, the science behind that, like the waves that decibels and shit, and it gets louder, whatever. But that's something I'm really thankful for. That's something you need to do every day, too. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care. Don't tell me I don't give a fuck. Because this is about you, okay? Every day you wake up, three or five. It can be 5 or as many things as you can think of. I try to do 3 to 5, right? Between 3 to 5. Every day. Like, wake up like, oh, I'm thankful for this playful husky, I'm thankful for, this and that, whatever. But today, I want to go back to that. I know I trailed off after the first thing where I said, I'm thankful for being in an air-conditioned room on the quiet side of the restaurant. And I guess that's kind of two things. A quiet, peaceful experience. Remember that line in that Earl Sweatshirt song where he's like, inward, my teens as magicians, we think of the shit that we want, then we get it. It's literally that easy. You have to, it sounds stupid and it sounds kind of esoteric, but you have to do that. Like, you have to imagine exactly what you want and see yourself. And listen to me very carefully here, because this is where it is important. You have to, I swear, there's somebody trying to, like, doesn't want me to talk about this shit, because every time I have a whole river of shit to say, whoever's, like, fucking with my damn brain is, like, controlling my sim or whatever right now. It's like, nah, we ain't talking about that blood right now. Click, delete thought. Like that game we were playing this morning. deleting memories and shit. It was like deleting thoughts instead. I don't know, very weird shit. At this point, I think what I'm gonna try to do. Just think for a second, bud. You're alright. Take a second to think. Before I lose it again, it's very important to focus on what you want. So many people, if I ask you what do you want in life, 95% of the people will say, I don't know. Well, that's why you're not getting what you want in life, because the lady that I learned some of this information from put it best in the example of a restaurant. It paralleled to me because I've worked in a restaurant for, X years, right? So I've kind of got that taste of it. I kind of know what to expect, and da-da-da-da, whatever. But the way this lady put it, she said, if you go up to the counter, I've never seen you before, you've never seen me before, and you say, I want a hamburger. Or a cheeseburger, whatever it is. I want a hamburger, or I want a cheeseburger, right? But, okay, so I'll ring you up a cheeseburger, because that's what you told me you wanted, right? But when you get this cheeseburger, you're like, well, fuck, I don't like onions, I don't like pickles. Well, you didn't tell me that. I fulfilled the order that you requested, right? You understand what I'm saying? I fulfilled the order that you requested. You didn't say no pickles. I don't know you, so I don't know you don't like no pickles, no onions, no whatever the fuck, right? So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Because that's happened to me a lot in the restaurant industry. Where, like, they get mad at me because they don't know what they want. You know how fucking stupid that sounds? And if you think it sounds stupid, you're right. It is fucking retarded. The short bus level's fucking grade A dumb. Dumb as fuck. I'm gonna say something else too right now. I don't have hate in my heart at all for anybody that doesn't deserve it. Like, just because you hear me use certain words that aren't, I don't know, nice, or that are considered hateful by a bunch of people that are fucking crybabies, and that their only personality is, like, pointing out flaws in other people's personality. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. At the end of the day, and this is important, you need to do what's best for you. Every situation, every time, every single fucking time. For you. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Don't tell me, because I don't give a fuck about it. You do, though. There's something in your life you give a fuck about enough that you want to make something happen. So make it happen. Okay? You want that new car. You want that new job. Okay, well, visualize yourself in that new job, in that new house, with that new girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. And you have to, and this is important, this is where it gets tricky, is because we go back to the order scenario. It's like, okay, I fulfilled the order that the person requested, but the person that requested the order didn't make the request the right way. Like, they didn't order it the way they wanted it, right? So, example B, we'll go back to the burger again. So we'll go back to the burger again. This time, the person comes in and says, I want a bacon double cheeseburger. No pickles, extra onions, double ketchup, on wheat bread instead of sandwich bread. Whatever the fuck it is, right? They're giving you every single detail. No fries, no salt on the fries, no ice in the soft drink. Whatever the fuck it is, they're giving you a list, right? And you're fulfilling You're fulfilling this list, you're completing this order down to the very detail, right? They get exactly what they want, they're happy, you're happy, right? Boom. There's that little connection point. And it's as simple as that. You simply just weed shit out that's not important. The second something comes in your brain, if it doesn't benefit your life, or help your life, or help somebody that you care about, fuck it, forget it, okay? Sweep that shit to the side, you feel me? Do whatever you gotta do, think about something else, get that shit the fuck out of your brain, because then that thought is in there, and that seed is planted in. And you know what happens when you plant seeds? Shit grows, right? So if you grow a fucking porcupine, a fucking cactus, and a goddamn rose bush, like, you're not gonna go stick your hand in the fucking cactus, but you're gonna admire the beauty of the roses. I know that's gonna go over a lot of people's head.
And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
Because I'm like, have to smiley face. It's kind of sus. We don't look. If everyone in the world, just anybody that wants a better life, just listen to my words. I'm not. Let me back up a second. If you think that I'm like this magical button, and then you can press this magical button, and then I have all these answers, no, that's not it. That's not. You have to put in work. Okay, nothing comes easy. Especially shit that, it seems like the shit that matters most in life is the hardest. And if you can put yourself through bullshit every single day that you don't care for, like you're like, oh, I have to do this, I have to go to this job, I have to, whatever it is you have to do. You don't have to do any of that shit, okay? The only thing you have to do is die. It's the only thing you have to do in this life. Everything else is your choice. You were born into this life with free will and free choice. And yeah, we're to this point where there's like this war on women or whatever. That's a separate topic. I'm not getting into that shit right now. But all I'm gonna say about that is I don't know how we got to this point, A, and B, how, like, I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me how all these old ass white dudes have control over like females getting abortions or not. Again, I'm not, that's all I'm gonna say about that right now, because I'm not opening that can of worms right now. So there's this another full circle type moment, possibly. So the fucking cock smoocher that fired me because y'all know that situation. He's actually getting, I don't know if I'm assuming because he's a fucking corporate cocksucker, and like, oh, said how high do you, like, oh, can you jerk me off? And he just says, how fast do you need it cranked? You know what I'm saying? He's one of those type of yes men. But his ass is getting sent to California all the way the fuck across the country. So that means, depending if I play my cards right, I could go back in that bitch. It's like a lot of the people there, like, they fucked with me. It was just that one incident